Breaking news for millions of SNAP food stamp recipients as SNAP benefits to change for nearly 3 million people. This is something that you really need to pay attention to, because if you don't do anything, you could lose your benefits. But it comes with a great news as well. I'm gonna tell you about it in just a minute. But do you know that SNAP work rules may lead to loss of benefits, as millions of Americans are on the verge of losing food stamp benefits? And the reason is simple: you need to work now, and you need to work more than you can right now. Well, what it means, how it's going to impact you, and how this deepening food prices or affordability crisis will change everything for you. I'm gonna give you each and every detail, but all I need is just a little favor. It takes 2 seconds to please hit that like button on this video. So without any further ado, let's begin. SNAP food stamp is a lifeline, or you can call it a nutritional lifeline, for millions of Americans. There are several proposals which can actually increase your benefits and makes your benefits parallel to the current inflation. Nutrition is a right of every American, and right now around 3 million people are going to struggle. Why? What's going on? Well, I'm gonna tell you about it in just a minute, but first, look at this chart. This is from CBS News, and you need to understand that when I came across this chart, I was stunned. Look at this. This is the category chart. Like, we can have 5 categories, but since we are actually focusing on food right here, so let me just show you. From January 2022 till September 2025, the food prices are up by 18.2%. Let me repeat it, 18.2%. And how much increase millions of SNAP food stamp recipients are receiving currently because of this COLA increase, which is outdated and vague? Just 2.8%. Can you imagine how millions of Americans are living their life right now? Millions of Americans are unable to put 3 meals a day for themselves and their loved ones, especially in this affordability crisis. But the problem is that no one is ready to accept that the affordability crisis is here, though Americans are feeling the heat. Now, let's go towards this very important update. SNAP work rules may lead to loss of benefits. Now, these new rules are indeed not just lame, they're really strict for millions and millions of Americans, because they were receiving their SNAP benefits, they were okay with it. And of course, there are some limitations that some people have, but at the same time, when it comes to these rules, it changed everything for millions of Americans, as a number of Americans already lost their food stamp benefits, and millions are going to follow the same path. Well, look at this. Stricter rules take effect. Under the One Big Beautiful Bill Act passed earlier this year that expands the age ranges for able-bodied adults without dependents who fall under a SNAP 3 months time limit, the new law pushes the upper cutoff of 65 up from 59. Under the rule, individuals who do not prove at least 20 hours per week of work or participation in the training programs can only receive benefits for 3 months within a 3-year period. So millions are going to lose their SNAP food stamp benefits. Though this is a great thing to do, of course, people are more inclined towards working right now, but you need to actually do it gradually, like 20 hours a week for a person who's not doing anything, because of several reasons. And the reasons that I'm talking about, they are not listed under the SNAP food stamp. Of course, you're taking care of someone that actually is not your immediate family member. For example, your grandmother or your parents or someone. It doesn't matter. You have to work 20 hours per week. But if someone that you're taking care of is your immediate family member, such as your spouse, your children, then of course you're exempt from it. The US Department of Agriculture, USDA, which administers SNAP, has instructed states to begin enforcing the new criteria from November 1st. Of course, it already started, though rollout timelines may differ across the state agencies. Well, you need to understand that Americans are worried. they are scared that what's going to happen to their food stamp benefits. Well, a number of them already are in the danger zone that they will stop receiving food stamp benefits, which is quite shocking and painful, to be honest. The Congressional Budget Office estimates that around 1.4 million people who are newly covered under the expanded rules could lose access to SNAP in a typical month once the policy is fully implemented. 1.4 million means more homeless people are going to spend on their food rather than paying the rent. Let me know in the comments below, are you the one who's going to be affected with this new strict work rule from President Trump and this administration? Let me know in the comments below that what is going on right now, because this is not just shocking, this is beyond shocking. Now let's go to a SNAP benefits to change for nearly 3 million people. Well, this is a good news which is actually connected with a bad news. Well, what I mean by that, look at this. The US Department of Agriculture, USDA, approved 6 states waivers on Wednesday, allow them to ban candies, soft drinks, and other foods from being purchased with SNAP, means Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Well, why it matters? SNAP benefits are being used for junk food has faced additional scrutiny under the Make America Healthy Again movement. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has criticized SNAP benefits being used for such products because they help fuel diabetes and chronic illness. Do you agree with this? Let me know in the comments below. Since the start of the year, 18 states has gotten waivers approved to put limits on what SNAP benefits can be used to buy. Now, a number of people actually asked me in the comment section, what about Texas? Texas is now added, so you won't be able to buy candies or anything from your EBT cards, by the way. So what to know? Hawaii, Missouri, North Dakota, South Carolina, Virginia, and Tennessee had waivers approved. According to the USDA Secretary Brooke Rollins, an estimated 3 million people received SNAP benefits in those 6 states, according to the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities. So means that a number of Americans, and now more than 3 million people, won't be able to buy anything such as candies, sodas, or any sugary items with their EBT cards. According to this administration, this is a great thing, but the parents are saying that whenever we go to the store and we are unable to actually afford the candies and ice creams and desserts, so of course these rare treats or surprise treats is something that our kids will miss because of this. And if you can just allow a little bit of it in our EBT card, like spending like 5% of our EBT money on these things, so we can put smiles on the faces of millions of kids right here. The restrictions are set to go place next year. Dr. Mehmet Oz, doctor of the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services at the DHHS, said an event on Wednesday that the states applying for waivers will be given an advantage when seeking the piece of $50 billion rural health fund. Well, you need to understand that when it comes to these rule changes, of course, the ban on soda and junk food, it's actually going to be implemented from January 1st. We are still waiting for more details when it comes to this ban, but you need to understand that banning something that is actually injuries to your health is actually a good thing, but according to a number of analysts and experts, it's a part of freedom of choice. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think about it, because this is a topic of debate right here. Let me know in the comments below, do you agree with this or not? Well, South Carolina officials said they were applying for the waiver due to rates, adults, and childhood obesity. States will be amending the definition of food for purchase, and candy, soft drinks, and even sprinkles could be on the chopping block. However, the specific foods that will be restricted are to be handled on a state-by-state basis. Still, there are a number of states which allows buying these candies and ice creams. I don't want to call them junk food because a number of people actually commented in our previous video that don't call them junk food. Candies are not a junk food. Well, I'm still unable to understand that how candies are not junk food, but yeah, okay, so these candies and ice creams and other sugary items are not banned in a number of states. But when it comes to Texas, I received a number of comments that Texas, of course, is on the waiver list now, and they are going to ban these sugary items. So please keep this in mind. One more question that I received, that can you actually list all the states that actually signed this waiver? So here they are: Arkansas, Colorado, Florida, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Louisiana, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Texas, Utah, and West Virginia. So you need to understand that these states are the ones who actually banned these sugary items, but they're going to be implemented from next month, means in the month of January. That's at least what we know so far, but as soon as we receive more details, we'll give you right here on Credit Viral channel. A number of our subscribers are saying they're not receiving the notification about videos. If you are facing the similar situation, then make sure you click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon so you can get the notification about videos every single day. And don't forget to smash the like button on this video, as it helps this video and the channel as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video very soon. Till then, please take care and have a nice day.